It was Valentine's Day, and I was alone. Not that I minded. I had spent the last few years avoiding the crowds, the overpriced dinners, the fake sweetness. That evening, I was curled on my couch, a half-empty bottle of wine on the table, a flickering candle. Then, the doorbell rang. I froze. I wasn't expecting anyone. I didn't even have friends who remembered Valentine's Day. I looked through the peephole. There was no one there, just a box. Small, plain, on my doorstep. I opened it. Inside were roses, red, perfect, fresh, impossibly fresh. No note, no name, just the roses. I set them on the table, feeling a twinge of unease. I didn't know why. It was just flowers, right? As the evening went on, I noticed something. The roses weren't wilting, not even a little. Even though the candlelight was warm, even though my apartment was dry, they stayed perfect. I shrugged it off. Maybe some florist had just made a mistake. Or maybe someone was being thoughtful. I poured another glass of wine, tried to relax. Then, I noticed movement. A shadow out of the corner of my eye, flickering near the window. I told myself it was nothing, my mind playing tricks, the shadows of the roses themselves. But then, I heard whispering, soft, almost tender. "Will you be mine?" I spun around. No one was there. I could feel my pulse, pounding, in my ears. I tried to call someone, my sister, a friend, 911. My phone was dead. No signal, no battery, nothing. The whispering came again. Closer. I couldn't see anyone, but I could feel the air move, like someone was brushing past me. Closer, closer. I grabbed the roses. Something about them felt wrong. The petals, soft, but cold. Colder than ice. And the stems, sticky, as if they had blood on them. I threw the bouquet across the room. The sound of glass shattering made my stomach turn. And then, the whispering stopped. For a moment, silence. Then, a note appeared on the table. I hadn't seen it before. I didn't put it there. It read, "I'm always with you, even when you're alone." Panic, completely overwhelming. I grabbed my coat, my keys, ran to the door. It was locked, not from the inside, but it wouldn't open. And the roses were back, on the table. All of them. 12. Perfect, fresh, deadly. I didn't sleep that night, I couldn't. The roses stayed, watching me. The whispering came back, now louder, angrier. I don't know who sent them. I don't know why. I just know that Valentine's Day, I learned that some love never dies, and some roses never wilt.
It was Valentine's Day, again. I had just broken up with my boyfriend a week ago, heartbroken, tired, numb. I thought I would be safe this year, alone. No surprises, no pain. Then, it arrived. A package, small, heart-shaped, no name, no return address. I hesitated, but curiosity won. I opened it. Inside, a music box. Delicate, old-fashioned, carved with roses. I lifted the lid, and the melody started. Soft, sweet, haunting. It made my chest ache, the kind of ache that feels like someone is pressing their hands against your ribs, slowly, deliberately. Then, I saw it, a photograph, me, alone, in my apartment, taken just a few hours ago. I hadn't left the house. No one had been inside. Panic gripped me. I dropped the photo. The music kept playing, filling the room, surrounding me. Every corner, every shadow, seemed alive. I called the police. They said they couldn't do anything. No fingerprints, no suspects. I was on my own. That night, I locked all doors, all windows, set the alarm. I tried to sleep, but the melody, it came again. Soft, haunting, sweet, terrifying. I woke to a whisper. "You like my music?" I froze. No one was there. The music box, it was on my nightstand. I hadn't touched it. I tried to throw it away. I tried to burn it. But somehow, it always returned. Next morning, on the table, waiting for me. Then, the photos multiplied. Me, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in my bedroom, taken moments before. Moments I didn't notice. Moments I couldn't explain. I stopped answering the door. I stopped answering calls. I stopped leaving my apartment. The music never stopped. The whispers never stopped. And then I realized the music, it wasn't just a melody. It was a countdown. Every note, every chime, marking time, counting down to something. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if anyone else will see this. But Valentine's Day will never feel safe again. Not for me, not for anyone who receives a heart-shaped box.
I never thought a date could ruin my life. But that Valentine's Day, it almost did. I met him online. Charming, funny, smart. We talked for weeks. Every night. Late into the evening. He seemed perfect. So, when he asked me out on Valentine's Day, I said yes. I spent hours getting ready, choosing the right dress, the right perfume, the right smile. I wanted him to see me, to notice me, to like me. I arrived at the restaurant. It was small, dimly lit, romantic, just like in the movies. He was already there, smiling, waiting, hands folded neatly on the table. My heart raced. We talked, laughed, shared stories. It felt perfect. Then, the waiter brought the dessert, chocolate, heart-shaped, with a single candle. He lit it, leaned in. "Happy Valentine's Day," he whispered. I smiled. And then, I saw it. The dessert had a tiny piece of paper on top. I picked it up, curious, confused. It read, "I know where you live." My stomach dropped. I laughed nervously. "Very funny," I said. He smiled. Too wide. Too eager. Something about his eyes. They didn't feel right anymore. I tried to brush it off. The night continued, but I couldn't stop thinking about the note. After dinner, he suggested a walk. I hesitated, but didn't want to seem rude. We walked down quiet streets, past closed shops, under flickering streetlights. Then, he stopped, pulled me behind an alley. I froze. His smile vanished. His eyes cold. He whispered, "Did you like my little surprise?" I tried to run, but he grabbed my arm, tight, stronger than I expected. My phone was in my purse, but it slipped, fell, far. He dragged me down the alley, twisting my arm. I screamed. No one came. He stopped. Finally, pulled something from his pocket, a knife. Small, sharp, glinting under the flickering streetlight. "Valentine's Day should be special," he said. I backed up, heart pounding, thoughts racing. There was no escape. I realized the notes, the online messages, the way he knew everything about me. It wasn't love. It was obsession. I kicked. I screamed. I scratched. Punched. Did anything to survive. He laughed. A cold, hollow laugh, echoing off the brick walls. And then, I saw it. A shadow, moving across the end of the alley. A figure, tall, human, someone else. "Leave her alone!" the stranger shouted. He hesitated, and that hesitation was all I needed. I ran, fast, blindly. My dress snagged. I fell, dirt and gravel cutting my hands. I heard him shout, curse, run after me. But the stranger tackled him. There was a struggle, shouts, a thud, silence. I didn't look back. I ran until my legs gave out, until I reached a busy street, until I saw lights, until I was safe. The police arrived, took him away. Turns out, he had a history, stalking, threats, obsession, all hidden behind charm and smiles. I never returned to that app. I never went out on Valentine's Day again, for years, but the fear, it stayed. Every February, I felt it. Every message, every unexpected gift, every knock at the door. It all made my stomach twist, my hands shake. Love can be dangerous, and sometimes it hides in plain sight, smiling, charming, waiting. That night, I learned the truth. Not every heart is safe to open, not every smile is genuine, and some dates end in nightmares.